shade, saturation, translucency, failure. And we need to know what happened in dental labs, and they need to know what happened in our clinics, in our office, and we need to learn from each other, dentists from dental technicians and dental technicians from dentists. And we need to play in the same playing field. We need to study the cases together, and enjoy the cases together. Let me show you the traditional press procedure, also procedure. I hope you enjoy it. This is the model preparation, the wax contouring, investing the wax, the preheating and the pressing the ceramic, the devesting, the removal of the reaction layer, and finally, finishing the restoration and staying the restoration. Each step is done manually. This is the work of Roberto Portas, my dental technician. Thank you, Roberto, for your amazing work. Procedures. This is my little son, Nicolas. Every day, he goes to his playroom and starts making a mess. From here to here. It's always the same. It's always with the same result. And I think, Nicolas, I like your procedure. I like so much your procedure, Nicolas. Thank you. Let me present you with APT, anatomic posterior technique. A technique that I have developed to do posterior fillings within clinical times. Between 10 and 25 minutes, we can solve all indications in posteriors. Look at the X-ray, the amount and the size of the restorations, and look at the final situation, the clinic final situation. This is a part of my daily routine. This procedure is direct, quick, aesthetic, simple, predictable, cost-effective, and I can use this procedure in 100% of clinical situation in posteriors. And when I say 100%, I mean 100% of indication in posterior. Book fill composites such as Tetric, Evo, Ceram, book fill allows me to get great results with this technique. Let me show you a contemporary procedure in posteriors. Registration the occlusal surface, use of adhesive systems without etching gel, use of book fill composites, use of new instruments for modeling, photopolymerization over 1,000 milliwatts per centimeter, and finally, professional care with Fluor Protect. I'm very glad to tell you that this, to me, is the most advanced procedure to solve class 4 fractures with just 3 layers and 2 shades we can get these aesthetic results thanks to the great optical properties of these new materials. And when we have more complex cases, these new materials offer us all options to solve these cases. Different shades, opalescence effects, stains, everything you need to solve complex cases. And of course, for our direct veneers. But things get more complicated for our procedures. Complex cases where we have everything and which procedures should we follow in complex dental aesthetic rehabilitation? Is there any reproducible procedure which allows us to achieve a predictable aesthetic outcome? She's the same. Look at the earrings. But the important thing is, can we always follow the same steps to always get the same result? Magnification. I love this topic. Let's face it, the only way to improve our clinical work, our manual work, is with the use of magnification. I may be the person who knows most about the Eiffel Tower. I may be the person who knows most about its history. I may be the person who knows most about this tower that any Parisian. But as long as I have not stood before it, as long as I have not seen it with my own eyes, I will never be able to really understand what this wonder of humanity means. And that's exactly what magnification does. It allows me the power to see, the power to know, the power to understand, the power to improve. And all scientific articles about this topic confirm that the use of magnification improves the results achieved. And we can use magnification to take impressions for periodontal microsurgery with these results after 6 days, for our endodontic treatments, to bevel the enamel, for our preparations to ensure tissue preservation, for minimal invasive procedures, to check the effect of polishing on restored surface, to check the isolation, to check our marginal adjustments, to study fractures, to check the state of our instruments, you name it. This is my daily routine. And finally, the aesthetic concept. What's the meaning of this term so frequently used today? In my opinion, this term has different levels. The very basic level is when we don't need to do anything with the teeth to get aesthetics, to achieve an aesthetic result. We don't need to do anything, like in this case. With the pigmenting the gingiva, we can achieve a aesthetic result. We don't need to do anything to get aesthetic results. The next level is when we have the great opportunity to use what nature has given us, just taking care to put everything into its place. Like in this case, we have the great opportunity to use what nature has given us. We need to extract the 11, and I cut the root and I fish to 12 like a fiber post, and I preserve the extract socket with a combined graft with epithelium, connective, and bone. Any other treatment will be worse, in my opinion. This is the great opportunity to use what nature has been giving us. Don't mix it. Another level is when we have already tried unsuccessfully to restore aesthetics, like in this case. And now we need to invent something to create aesthetics. We need to invent something to give us an aesthetic result. One of the final levels is when our aesthetic treatment allows us to improve our dental health. Like in this case, in this periodontal case, look at the upper arch with restorations and the lower arch with natural teeth. The aesthetic treatment becomes a health treatment. We can improve our dental health with an aesthetic treatment. This is one of the final levels in the aesthetic concept. And the top level is when the aesthetic treatment is performed using the most beautiful material, Impulse Opal 1, to restore the enamel. This is when the aesthetic treatment, like in this case, this with veneers, becomes the main objective, the only purpose for all those who make a living from aesthetics. In my opinion, it's very important to understand that without these topics, we cannot achieve aesthetic results. This has been the objective in my lecture today. Thank you.